English winners. Today, I explain to you what an acronym is. So, what is an acronym? Chances are you see acronyms all the time, even in your native language. But what is an acronym? Well, an acronym is a combination of letters from the alphabet pushed together, and each letter represents a word. For instance, these are used all the time in government and military. So you'll see things like C.I.A. That's a famous acronym. It stands for Central Intelligence Agency. So C, Central, I, Intelligence, A, Agency. Here's another one, F.S.O. This is used in the State Department in the government. It stands for Foreign Service Officer, a formal title for diplomat. Now, these acronyms are not just limited to government, right? Businesses and situations also have acronyms associated with them. Let's go over some examples. Number one, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Hey, I think I made a video about that. Go check that out. DHL. Now, that is a famous shipping company, but it is in fact named after the founders of that company. Let me look up their names here. It is, here we go, Adrian Dalsey, Larry Hillblom, and Robert Lynn. All right, so this next one, I am going to be completely shameless and drop some F-bombs here. F.U.B.A.R. F.U.B.A.R stands for fucked up beyond all recognition. And yes, that is a four-letter word, the F word, I just said it. And so try not to say this in polite company or around ladies, you know, be polite. But F.U.B.A.R, it represents a situation that has gone bad. It has gone so bad that when you look at it, you barely understand what's going on. It is chaos. And so F.U.B.A.R is a term used often in the military when a military operation goes bad. This one was big when I was a child, JTT. Now, who's JTT, or what is JTT? Well, JTT was the actor phenomenon Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who grew up right around the 90s and was very famous for a while. I wonder what happened to that guy. Maybe I'll look that up later. Anyway, we have a couple more acronyms. The next one is H.S.B.C. This one started a couple hundred years ago. It stands for Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation. A very famous bank, or infamous if you learned why it was founded. And then we have the infamous Patriot Act. You see, in America, when lawmakers make a new law, they like to add these catchy titles, and these titles are usually acronyms. Many Americans don't know this, but Patriot Act actually means, and listen to this, uniting and strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism. Whew. I was exhausted just reading that. So Patriot, that was P, providing, A, appropriate, T, tools, R, required to, I, intercept, and O, obstruct, T, terrorism. Quite a mouthful, huh? Well, in government, they do that all the time. And so that's one of the things that lawmakers did under the idea of keeping us safer. Hopefully it worked. I don't know. So those are acronyms. Do you have acronyms in your home country? Tell me some good acronyms. I want to know what the acronyms are where you're from. Until then, check out my TGIF video and also check out my idioms video. All right? See you later. Keep on winning, English winners. And I will do another lesson next week.